All right, everyone. Welcome to Flippin' Fins Project Get Ready. We're going to do the perch rig today. This is the perch rig that I tie. You all can use the aqua clears or whatever you want to do. But for the sake of information, I'm going to do the perch rig that I tie, so you guys can do it yourself. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off with my dropper loop. This is the first loop, the one at the very bottom by the sinker. I'm tying that first so I can get my sinker knot as close to that as possible. Alright, there's my first loop. Okay, now I'm going to go and tie my sinker knot. So my sinker knot, you're going to double up the line at below your dropper loop. This is the very bottom of this rig. Okay, we're going to go and double it up and then wrap the loop once, twice, pull it tight. Now I'll show you the measurements after we're done. Okay, alright, that's one loop and the sinker knot, and then we're going to come up. Alright, we'll bust out this ruler before. This is basically a top and bottom rig, but with, so we'll come up. Alright, we'll bump this up to about, so we'll go 5, maybe. Alright, we'll go 6 to 8 inches above the first dropper loop, and we're going to tie another dropper loop. Right. Okay. The makings of this rig are already set. So now we're going to start to decorate it. So for the sake of the information, you're going to want to use a number 1 size hook or a 2, or the biggest I would go would be a 1/0 hook. This is when the perch are getting bigger. The bigger size hook, you'll hook more fish instead of, missing them on the bites. So we'll jump into this. Alright, so the decoration portion is with all these beads. We're going to use 2 of each. You can get this stack of beads at Cabela's. That's the only place I've seen this. It comes in a pack exactly like this. So let's jump into it. Alright, so I'm going to start with the white bead first. So you're going to pinch this. We're going to start on the bottom loop. We're going to do 2 beads of each. Okay, that's 1, 2, and then we're going to go to the green, the dark green. Slide that on. You're going to want to pinch the loop at the bottom as tight as you can to make this easier. That's the more time consuming part, is putting these beads on. Otherwise, this rig is short and sweet. Alright, so the third color we're going to put on is the chartreuse green bead. Okay, and the last color is the red, the most important color on this rig. All the successful perch rigs have the color red on it. Okay. Alright, so we're done doing the rig on the first loop. Now I'm going to put a hook on there. So you'll pinch the loop just like you would for the beads. You're going to feed that through the eye of the hook and then wrap it twice and then pull it tight, and then you have your first loop. Now we're going to take and do the same with the top. So as a review, do the white first. Then we're going to do the dark green. Okay, now we're going to do the chartreuse. Okay, and last but not least, we'll do the red. One. 2. Alright, so that's the top loop. That's the final loop. We're going to go and put the hook on. Okay, we'll wrap it once, twice, and there you go. Right, so we have the top and bottom hook, and then we'll put our sinker on the bottom, and we'll do the measurements. I know this is a long process. It's not really when you do it without the camera in front of you. Okay. And finally, we will go over what leader I'm using. Okay, it's 12-pound leader. It doesn't have to be fluoro. You could use 10 as well. Even 20 works. And let me just do the measurements, and I'll have you guys on your way. Okay. Alright, we've got the sinker at the 1 inch, and then we have the first dropper loop around 7. Let me do this. Yeah. Around 7, and then we'll run up. Okay, so now I'll tell you how far. Okay, so from the first dropper loop, 1 inch, to the top, it's about 15 inches. And then my loops are about 4 inches. Alright, so that is your tie-up for the Perch rig. If y'all have any questions, just let me know. Get out there and flip some fins.